we're going to get into more of the health aspects. You already answered one of the questions about, when you first realized there's a connection with HHO, or Brown's gas and hydrogen health treatments, based on the feedback from your customers when you're developing the fuel savers. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the next question. And by the way, you look great. Your complexion, everything, you look great. As I looked at some of the earlier footage, a couple of years back, and you just look fantastic. You've lost, a couple of years, and you're looking great. So, so what are the benefits of hydrogen treatment, and what has it done for you?
Okay, good question. I actually have a list here because I forget. I'll just say in a preliminary thing. Mm-hmm. When I started inhaling the gas, I did so just to prove that it was safe. I didn't do it because I thought I was sick. I didn't know all the things. It was just normal. So as I'm listing off this litany here, just remember that I didn't really think I was sick. I thought I was healthy, and this is just normal aging and that sort of thing. My personal to-date rejuvenation. Okay, so as of this time, I'm nearly 61 years old. I now look like I did when I was 45, because you can look at previous pictures and you can see. And also, I have to say, in addition to this list, the Brown's gas really saved my life in one way, in two ways. First of all, it gave me a reason, something to do, okay, because I didn't feel like doing anything. I pretty much, when my wife died, I pretty much lost the will to even breathe. It was bad. It was the worst thing I'd ever felt in my entire life, and I've had bones crushed and all kinds of things. I grew up on a cattle ranch. That was the worst. And grief, yeah, it can kill. I can definitely see that. You just stop wanting to live. Mm-hmm. And it's not like you wanted to kill yourself. You just have no interest in living. Mm-hmm. So it gave me an interest in living. But the other thing it did was it gave me my libido back. And I had not realized how little or whatever. And it got really embarrassing there for a while because I was interested in women.
Well, it was more invigorated. It's part of your body. It's part of that process, that healing process, just invigorated all aspects of you.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, it's impossible to feel that you don't want to live anymore if you are wanting sex all the time. It's just Okay. So back to what's going on here. All right. So the first thing that disappeared was the psoriasis on my elbows, knees, and feet. I had thick peeling skin, and I grew up on a cattle ranch, so I had lots of calluses and stuff like that. So I just thought that was normal. I thought that was calluses, what have you. I didn't realize it wasn't until that skin started to peel off like a snake loses skin, and underneath was baby smooth skin, and it was disconcerting, of course. But having the skin peel off like that, but the result was absolutely amazing, and that's what convinced me to continue inhalation. And then the arthritis in my hands, I'd had pain in my knuckles, and I got full functionality and pain-free hands again. Mm-hmm. So that was another good thing. My tinnitus, it was getting hard to hear people speak with the loud ringing in my ears. And now I only get tinnitus a little bit when I get under severe stress. So it is a stress-related thing, at least for me.
Fascinating.
And I can know I'm under stress when I hear a little bit of whispering hissing in the back of my ears there. So I pay attention to the stress thing. Neuropathies. Mm-hmm. I had been losing the feeling in my left palm and in the fronts of both my shins. The doctor didn't know why the fronts of the shins, but they said that the palm thing had to do with a nerve in my elbow, and she touched it and it hurt, and that was understandable. But as I was doing it, I got full feeling back in the palm of my hand, and as that happened, then I realized suddenly that I had full feeling back in the fronts of my shins. Now again, all of this I just thought was normal aging. I thought I was healthy, right? Yeah. So my hair was going gray and bald on top, and you can't see because how much hair is here because the background in the Zoom is taking it out, so it looks like I am. But my hair is growing back to where it was before in my previous pictures, and I'm gray again now instead of pure white. Mm-hmm. And I had a complete white mustache, and as you can see, I'm getting this.
The colors returned.
Coming back, yep, it's great. And the next thing that was interesting was I had moved from the west to the east, and when I moved to the east, it was hard to get a doctor, so it took a little bit of time. And when I finally did get a doctor, they did a full physical on me, and for the records and what have you. And in the process, I said I have a heart murmur, and because I've had one since I was a child. And he said, "No, you don't."
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was a surprise for me. And which brings me quickly to my father. I gave him one of these machines, and I didn't know that he was going in for heart surgery, and his prognosis was poor because he wasn't telling anybody about that. I just gave it to him because I wanted him to be around for a lot longer, and so he started religiously inhaling the gas and drinking the water, and he had his heart surgery. And when he came out, he healed so fast. The doctors, it was back. They couldn't understand it, because they thought he may not even heal at all, but he just healed it. So it really helps on those sort of things. Okay, the next thing that happened was I noticed that all my warts were gone. Like I had hand warts, again, since I was a kid, and I had plantar's wart on my foot. And it would grow, and I'd have to clip it off because it was like a stone in my shoe if I didn't. And I suddenly realized I hadn't had to do that for a while. And I looked at my hands, and my warts were gone. So my immune system got strong enough to get rid of a virus, warts are a virus, that I'd had since childhood. So and that brought me parts of the understanding that the body needs the hydrogen. And if you're not getting the hydrogen, the body is able to maintain life by shutting down things. Like if you're getting hypothermia, the body will shut off heat or blood circulation to your extremities to preserve core temperature. But if you're not getting enough hydrogen, then what happens is the body starts to shut down what it considers to be extraneous systems that are not immediately life-threatening. So the first thing to go is your regeneration system, which is stem cells and that sort of thing, and then your immune systems, and there's a lot of different immune systems, but they start to go, and then people get sick, and then your organs start to shut down. And at that point, it's pretty much going to be game over. But as you have the hydrogen, then your organs start to recover, like my heart murmur regained, and your immune systems come back online, which again, that got rid of my warts. And then the next thing I noticed was that all my scars were gone. And I had quite a few scars on my body.
And are these are old scars?
Old scars from childhood, okay? And I hadn't done anything particular to them. I hadn't put any oil on them or any soft or anything like that. I was just inhaling the gas and drinking the water.